Okay, so good evening. Today's class we're going to see profitability ratios. Under profitability ratios, we have five ratios. The first one is gross profit ratio, which is gross profit by net sales into 100. Then net profit ratio, which is net profit by net sales into 100. Net profit means net profit after tax. The net profit after tax is considered for finding the net profit ratio. Third ratio is operating profit ratio, which is operating profit by net sales into 100. Fourth one, operating ratio, which is COGS plus operating expenses by sales into 100. Then ROI, which is return on investment or return on capital employed. Return on investment or return on capital employed, which is profit before interest, tax and dividend divided by capital employed into 100. Now, it's very easy to identify gross profit and net profit. So that is something that we can directly observe from the question. But when it comes to operating profit and operating expenses, it will always be a tough job. So here, I've given a small format for profit and loss account wherein I have not listed out all the items. I've only given the sub-headings here. Now, this is a performer of a profit and loss account, a simple format of a profit and loss account, where we usually get gross profit, sometimes it can be gross loss also. So if it is gross profit, it comes on the credit side. If it is a gross loss, it will be shown on the debit side, but mostly it will be gross profit only, because we are finding the profitability ratio, not loss ratio. So mostly it will be gross profit. Gross profit given to us. Operating expenses are expenses that are directly connected for running the business, for the main operation of the business. For example, administrative expenses, distributive expenses, selling expenses. Salary paid to the workmen, salary to the office staff, wages, stationery printing, and salesman, advertisement, depreciation, all that will come under operating expenses. And non-operating expenses are the ones which are financial in nature, which means interest on loan borrowed, loss on sale of fixed asset. So loss on sale of fixed asset is also a non-operating expenses. Loss on sale of fixed asset. Now, non-operating incomes are incomes from various investments. The business might be could be involved in manufacturing a product, or maybe in logistics or some kind of services they do, but they can invest their money in various other businesses, or they can buy properties. So through that they get interest, through that they get income, or they get rent. All these are non-operating income because they are not connected to the main operation of the business. So once you identify these three items, let's start the profit and loss account. Gross profit is given to us. Operating expenses, we know what and all will come under. Gross profit less operating expenses will give you operating profit. So there are two ways to find operating profit. GP less operating expenses will give you operating profit. Or NP GP less operating expenses. So NP plus non-operating expenses minus non-operating income will give you operating profit. So operating profit can be found in two ways. GP less operating expenses will give you operating profit, or NP add back non-operating expenses, subtract non-operating income, you get operating profit. So based on the information available in the question, we have to track out the question based on that. So either it will be through the NP way, or it can be in the GP way. Okay, so this is how we find the operating profit. So, and also we have to be very sure about what are operating and what are non-operating. Remember to take depreciation as operating expenses, Loss on sale on fixed asset as a non-operating expenses. Profit on sale of fixed asset as a non-operating income. So let's start with the questions from your textbook. Gross profit ratio, first one. Cost of revenue from operation or cost of goods sold, 5 lakh and 40,000. Revenue from operation is 6 lakh. So revenue from operation means net sales. So remember, sales return is already subtracted from revenue from operation. So in order to find GP ratio, it is GP by net sales into 100. So that means 6 lakhs minus 5 lakh 40 will be your gross profit, which is 60,000 divided by 6 lakh. Net sales into 100 will give you 10% as the answer. Here. Sales minus GP is COGS. Sales or net sales is given as 6 lakhs. COGS is given as 5 lakh 40. So gross profit will be 60,000. Gross profit ratio is gross profit by sales into 100. 60,000 by 6 lakh into 100, 10%. This is question number 130. Now 140. Gross profit is given as 50,000. Revenue from operation is given as 5 lakh. Sales return is also given separately. This is given just to confuse you. Sales return is already adjusted in revenue from operation. So revenue from operation means net sales after adjusting the sales return. So don't subtract it further, just put it in the formula. 114. Gross profit is 50,000. Net sales or revenue from operation is 5 lakh into 100. The profit percentage is 10% even here. Now, 15th question. Compute gross profit ratio for the following information. Net sales 4 lakhs, GP is given as 25% on cost. So when they said that the GP is 25% on cost, the GP is calculated on cost of goods sold. But neither the GP nor cost of goods sold is given in the question. Instead, they have given the net sales. So when gross profit percentage is on cost, let's consider cost. Let cost be 100. So GP will be 25% of 100, which is 25 rupees. Hence, the sales will be 125. Now do direct variation. When the sale is 125, the gross profit is 25. So to have a sale of 4 lakh, what is the gross profit? So 4 lakh GP equals 4 lakh into 25 by 125. That's 1/5. So this way you get the gross profit. And once you get the gross profit, you can put gross profit by net sales into 100. Next is question number 116. Cash sales is 20% of total sales. Credit sales is 5 lakh. Purchase is 4 lakh. Excess of closing stock over excess of closing inventory over opening inventory is 25,000. So no information is given direct here in the question. We need to do a lot of working in order to arrive at the answer. Cash sales is 20% of total sales. Credit sales is 5 lakh. Purchase 4 lakh. Excess of closing over opening is 25,000. Once again, I've listed out all the information. Then, so I'm starting with the closing and opening stock information. So, opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock is cost of goods sold. We've been given closing minus opening, whereas here it is opening minus closing. So closing minus opening is a positive figure. So opening minus closing will be a negative amount, negative figure. So minus 25,000. Purchase is already given in the question, so record it. With this, we get cost of goods sold as 3,75,000. But COGS is of no use for us because we need to find the gross profit ratio, wherein we need gross profit and sales. Now, it is also said in the question that cash sales is 20% of total sales. So let us consider total sales as X. So cash sales will be 20 by 100 of X, which is 1/5 of X. So if cash sales is 1/5 of X and total sales is X, credit sales will be total sales minus cash sales. So X minus 1 by 5X, which is 4 by 5X. Credit sales amount is given in the question. So 5 lakh equal to 4 by 5X. So X will be 6 lakh and 25. What is X? X is the total sales. So total sales is 6 lakh 25, which is in turn the net sales here. Now, next is to find the gross profit. Sales minus gross profit is COGS. Sales we found already 6 lakh 25 over here. And COGS we found first 3 lakh 75. With this we find gross profit as 2 lakh 50,000. Now start finding the GP ratio. GP by sales into 100, 40%. Next is question number 117. Where again they want us to find gross profit ratio. There are few new information here in the question. One is a ratio between credit sales and cash sales is given. Two, they've given the decrease in inventory. So these are two different information that we haven't come across so far. Now, when they say decrease in inventory, it means the closing inventory is lesser than the opening inventory. Or simply say that as closing minus opening equals 10,000. So when they say increase in inventory, it's closing minus opening. And then rate of credit sales to cash sales is 4:1. So that means credit sales by cash sale is 4 by 1. Alright, now let's start the sum. Opening stock, net purchase. So purchase minus purchase return is net purchase plus direct expenses. DE is direct expense. Any expenses that we usually record in the trading account, like carriage inwards, any inwards expenses, factory, fuel lightning, wages, etc. Less closing stock is COGS. So opening stock plus net purchase plus direct expense less closing stock is COGS. Direct expense is purely optional. Some question will have, some question will not have. So here we have, so I am recording it. Now in the question it is said decrease in inventory, which is opening minus closing. So opening minus closing figure is directly given. So I can straight away record 10,000 in that place. Net purchase is 2 lakh 90. Direct expenses is add all the direct expenses given in the question, which totals to 60,000. Through this we arrive at cost of goods sold 2 lakh and 60,000. 3 lakh and 60,000. Now, credit sale by cash sales is 4:1. Credit sales amount is given in the question. With this, we can get cash sales as 1 lakh and 25,000. 5 lakh by 4 equals to cash sales, which is 1 lakh and 25,000. So total sales is cash sales plus credit sales. Credit sales is 5 lakh, cash sale is 1 lakh 20. So total sales is 6 lakh 25. Now what we need to find is GP ratio. So we need GP first. Sales minus COGS is GP. Sales is 6 lakh 20. COGS is 3 lakh 60. So GP is 2 lakh 65. Now GP ratio is GP by sales into 100. GP we already found 2 lakh 65. Sales we found it as 6 lakh 25. Put it in the formula and get the answer. So I'm starting over with 119th now. 119. Opening inventory is 2 lakh. Closing inventory is 1 lakh 20. Inventory turnover ratio is 8 times. Selling price is 25% above cost. Calculate the GP ratio. ITR, inventory turnover ratio, is given as 8. Cost of goods sold by average inventory is what inventory turnover ratio is. So in average inventory, in the question they've given opening and closing. So opening inventory plus closing inventory by 2 will get you this figure, 1,60,000. So cost of goods sold will be 1,60,000 into 8, which is 12,80,000. Sales is given as 25% above cost. If sales is 25% above cost, let the cost be 100, sales will be 125 then. So if cost is 100, sales is 125. To have a cost of 12,80,000, which we got it here, we get a sales as 16 lakh. Direct variation, 12,80,000 into 125 by 100 will give you the selling price or sales as 16 lakhs. Now sales minus cost is going to be your gross profit. 16 lakh minus 12 lakh 8, 3 lakh 20 will be the gross profit. So gross profit ratio is gross profit by sales into 100, which is 20%. So I think most of gross profit ratio questions I've discussed here. The rest of the questions you can comfortably solve. Now I'm going to take you to the net profit ratio. Net profit ratio, cash sale is 2,20,000, credit sales is 3 lakh. So total sales becomes 5,20,000 minus sales return, which means 5 lakh rupees will be our net sales. So net sales is 5 lakh rupees. Gross profit is given in the question as 1 lakh. Operating expenses is 25,000. Non-operating income is 30,000. Non-operating expenses is 5,000. In the beginning itself, I told you how the profit and loss account will look like with all these expenditures. So here, I've done that now. Gross profit 1 lakh given. Operating expenses 25,000 given. Non-operating expenses 5,000 given. Non-operating income 30,000 given. So balancing figure will be net profit, which is 1 lakh. So net profit ratio is net profit by sales into 100, which is 20%. Question number 139. Net profit 1,20,000. Net sales 12 lakh. So what is net profit ratio? 10%. 1,20,000 by 12 lakh into 100. 140 now. Net sales is 8,20,000. Sales return is 10,000. This is given just to confuse us. Remember, net sales means sales return is already adjusted with that. Cost of revenue from operation is 5,20,000. So 8 lakh minus 5,20,000 will give you the gross profit. So gross profit is going to be 3 lakh. 10 extra. Operating expenses 2,09,000. Interest on debentures is a non-operating expenses. What is a debenture? Debenture is an acknowledgement of a debt. So this is interest given to debenture holder. Therefore, it is a financing activity. Hence, it comes under non-operating expenses. Gain on sale of fixed asset is also a non-operating income. So first one is a non-operating expenses and this is a non-operating income. So once you consider that, you get the net profit ratio here as this one, as it's given in the question. 16.07. To the last sum for today, 141. Revenue from operation is 4 lakh. Gross profit is 25%. Operating profit is 90%. When operating ratio is 90%. When operating ratio is 90%, operating profit ratio will be 10%, because these two adds up to 100 always. So if operating ratio is 90%, operating profit ratio is 10%. Non-operating expenses is 2,000. Non-operating income 22. Find the NP ratio. Now listed out all the items once again here. So using gross profit ratio, I'm first finding the gross profit. So sales 4 lakh given, gross profit 25%. So gross profit becomes 1 lakh, which is 25% of 4 lakh. Now operating ratio is 10%, 90%. So operating profit ratio is 10%. And what is operating profit ratio? Operating profit by sales into 100. We know sales figure, which is given in the question. Through this, we find operating profit as 40,000. Now, net profit is equal to operating profit less non-operating expenses, add non-operating incomes. Non-operating expenses given in the question as 2,000, non-operating income is given as 22,000, so we get net profit as 60,000. Hence, net profit ratio will be net profit by sales into 100, which is 15%. With that, I'm done with all the profitability ratio. Hope you understood this. Please watch it again and try all the sums. Thank you.